Welcome back to the channel. Today we're exploring a dramatic and lesser-known chapter in the history of political intrigue, the plot to assassinate Ugandan dictator Idi Amin. Known for his brutal rule in the 1970s, Idi Amin's regime was marked by widespread human rights abuses, political repression, and the persecution of ethnic and political groups. His actions made him an enemy of both his people and the international community. This led to numerous attempts to remove him from power, including assassination plots. In this episode, we'll dive into who was behind these assassination attempts, how they were planned, and the challenges involved. Let's uncover the high-stakes world of plotting against one of history's most notorious leaders. Why was Idi Amin targeted for assassination? Idi Amin's rule over Uganda was characterized by extreme violence and repression. After seizing power in a military coup in 1971, Amin unleashed a reign of terror that led to the deaths of an estimated 300,000 Ugandans. His brutal tactics and unpredictable behavior made him a serious threat, not only to his own people but to neighboring countries and Western interests in East Africa. Amin's decision to expel the Asian community from Uganda in 1972, seizing their assets and aligning with rogue states, only added to his infamy. For these reasons, Amin became a prime target for both internal and external forces who believed his removal would bring stability back to Uganda. Many Ugandan exiles, opposition groups, and foreign governments saw assassination as a solution to end his reign of terror, even if it meant undertaking risky covert operations. Who planned assassination attempts against Amin? Several groups considered or actively plotted Amin's assassination. Among these were Ugandan exiles who had fled Amin's terror and formed opposition groups in neighboring countries. They conducted numerous efforts to disrupt his rule, often with limited resources and support. The opposition also had backing from leaders in Tanzania, particularly President Julius Nyerere, who harbored a deep opposition to Amin and even supported Ugandan rebels. Additionally, Western intelligence agencies, including Israel's Mossad and the British MI6, reportedly explored the idea of supporting groups that aimed to remove Amin. Israel, in particular, had tense relations with Amin, who expelled Israeli advisors from Uganda and expressed support for their enemies. Though no confirmed assassination attempt by these agencies ever materialized, the idea of taking out Amin was certainly discussed at high levels. Challenges of assassinating Idi Amin. Plotting an assassination against Amin was no easy task. Amin's erratic nature, heavy security, and brutal counterintelligence measures made it nearly impossible to get close to him. He was known for constantly changing his location and surrounding himself with loyal guards, which made any assassination attempt risky. In addition, Amin had a reputation for paranoia and violence, often purging those he suspected of disloyalty, which meant any plot would require absolute secrecy and precision. Many attempted uprisings and rebel attacks failed due to Amin's ruthless retaliation against any suspected dissent. The risks of an assassination failure were high, as anyone involved in a failed plot faced certain torture or execution. The end of Amin's rule. Ultimately, the attempts to assassinate Amin were unsuccessful, but his rule ended in 1979 when Tanzanian forces, alongside Ugandan exiles, launched a successful military intervention. After a brief war, Amin was forced to flee Uganda and lived the rest of his life in exile in Saudi Arabia. Though he was never assassinated, the efforts to remove him showed the extent of the opposition to his brutal rule and the desire for change within Uganda. The plot to assassinate Idi Amin reveals the lengths to which people and nations were willing to go to end the rule of a brutal dictator. While no assassination attempt succeeded, Amin's eventual downfall showed that justice would prevail, even if it took a military intervention. If you found this look into the plots against Idi Amin intriguing, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on future content. Let us know in the comments what you think about the attempts to remove Amin, and if there are other historical figures you'd like us to cover. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.